It's so funny because when I first stopped drinking, my dumb ass was like, well, I got to find something. This was before comedy. I was like, fuck it, let's get into pain pills, man.
Oh, shit.
This is fucking better.
I just go in.
Take a turn.
Well, and like he said, I have an overindulgence problem.
Yeah.
It's not an addiction. It's just once you
I can't control myself.
You're like,
on anything.
Oh, I love it. I'm going to keep eating more because more is going to be better.
Yeah, like,
that's not true.
Like, let's have one beer. Like, this sucks. Like, I'll quote the famous Bert Kreischer. It's like, why are we drinking one? I don't want fucking indigestion. I want to get drunk.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm not doing this to get bloated. Like I'm doing it to have a good time.
I don't like the taste of it.
Yeah, like he'll have that one. He might have two, depending on how saucy I think I can convince him to get. I love saucy Nick. He gets a little wild.
We got all the time in the world.
But he, like he's fine with one drink. But I'm like, do you feel anything? He's like, yeah, kind of. I'm like, well, fuck, I want to feel something.
I enjoy the taste, though.
Yeah,
I like scotch.
Well, it's like him.
I can respect that. I learned how I like to drink it too, and it took a while, but that is one thing that I do. I if I do it the way I like to do it, I do enjoy the taste of it.
We recently got into wine, and I never. So like and I'll bring a bottle because it's really interesting, right?
I got 3 bottles inside you can have.
Fuck it, go get them.
Where'd you get them from?
Hold on.
Cab, Chardonnay, and Merlot.
He found out I was struggling with sobriety. He's like, let's really test this.
So let's just talk about this just for a moment, okay?
Let me say this first.
Okay.
Those were given to me in a like a gift basket.
Oh.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
So I'm new to wine. I tend to, when I find something that I like,
obsess over it,
which I think is like a benefit.
It's a good shitty quality.
Yeah, it's a good fucked up quality that I have. I'll figure it the fuck out, you know. So Chardonnay is. I'm just not a fan. I don't know who likes that.
On ice, right?
Drink that.
Yeah,
people who drink that drink it over
I
ice.
personally just don't like any like whites.
Or drink that with some
Hey,
Sprite.
that's as woke as you can be. Say it just like that. You didn't say anything bad, you fucking race traitor.
Do you call him an Uncle Tom?
Yeah.
Uncle Tom, fuck. So Cabernet Sauvignon, it's like the base level. Everybody's going to enjoy that type of wine. And then the Merlot is kind of the same. Like those are the two things that people are just going to generally get. I don't know anything about this brand, Cliffside or anything like that. All of these cabs are generally going to be from California. So here's the thing. Let me ask you this question first.
My cat's trying to get back in.
Okay.
That's why the door's...
Why don't...
Haunted-ass podcast.
In the shortest form, you can say, why don't you like wine?
I've washed dirty cups with juice in them before, and that's what it smells and tastes like to me.
Oh, yep. It's
Okay,
just
so
fermented.
it's like it gets fermented vinegar.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So what we've done recently is we started using... do you know who Gary Vaynerchuk is? Mm-hmm. Are you familiar? Okay, so Gary Vaynerchuk is a guy who owns a couple of marketing companies, VaynerX, VaynerMedia, and he's a huge presence on social media. He kind of helps people out with things in their head about like not pushing forward and doing stuff on social media. On top of that, where he cut his teeth is at his dad's wine company in New York.
Okay.
He took that wine company from a couple $100,000 to a multi-million-dollar online company. So I've been following him for a long time. We started getting wine from him. I was very curious about it. And so I called them and I said, hey, I've had wine before that I enjoyed, but I can't ever find it again because I'm always getting this Cabernet Sauvignon. That's what I thought that was a good wine. And they said, well, what do you like? What kind of taste do you like? And I said, well, I like Scotch a lot. I like things that have like bold flavor, Marlboro Reds, Copenhagen Straight Long Cut, things like that. Very bold, earthy flavors. He said, okay, you like old world wines. So you like wines that are going to be like from Italy or France.
It didn't slide at all.
Dude, this thing doesn't slide. This table is horrible for sliding.
Sorry about that. That's my bad.
Sorry you made such a shitty table.
Will you oil this motherfucker up, please?
I will turtle wax the fuck out of it before y'all come back over next time.
We're going to be sliding like
I'll put ball bearings on all my lighters.
As soon as I said it, I was like, I just fucking shit on his table, but only reason is because it doesn't slide.
Well, it's because it's a shit table. I mean, I get it now.
Table.
So the wines from Italy, they tend to be Brunellos or and I say it not the correct way because I'm from the South. And when you say it, you kind of sound a little a little broke when you say it, but Chateau de Pop. It's really called Chateauneuf de Pop.
Oh, look at fancy pants over here.
Yeah, no, you say it and you're like,
Chateau de Pop, honey.
Yeah, that's how I say it. Where's the Chateau de Pop?
I want some of that Sauvignon Blanc over there.
Yeah. So those two are very earthy wines. They're not very fruity, and they drink similar to a Scotch. So I'll bring one of those bottles over. They're from Italy or France.
I will try it with you.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
they're not vinegary. And when you do those, here's the other thing. Like, see these, like the 2020, and you know how everybody always says like, oh, an older wine. But I never knew why. Well, these are young wines. So when you pop this bottle, it is not going to taste how it's supposed to taste. This bottle is probably supposed to sit for another couple of years. How you get around that is having a decanter. And so that's when you pour the shit in the thing, and it lets the air hit it, and it ages the wine, oxidizes it as fast as it would if you just let that bottle sit in a cellar.
For 2 years.
So we'll get like a Chateau de Pop that is a 2012, and we'll decant it for like 30 minutes. And when I do this, and we need to do it on the podcast, I'm going to bring you a glass. We're going to pour it directly out of the bottle. You're going to take a sip, and you're going to be like, that shit's fucking disgusting.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in the decanter, and we're going to let it sit for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes. We're going to pour it up. You're going to be like, that's like fucking God juice.
Day and night.
Yeah, day and night, day and night.
Okay.
So
I had a decanter, but I can't find it. I'm sorry. That's my style of comedy.
Hey, we'll keep it rolling.
Yeah.
I think it'll be fun. That'll be a really fun thing to do.
Now, can you store box wine?
Yeah, I bet
Can
it would.
we decant some box wine?
I don't think it would hurt. It can't make it worse.
I personally don't like fruity shit. You know, like fruity drinks or anything like that. So I kind of found my lane with wine and Scotch, and that's kind of
a couple times.
Yeah, fair enough. And I've my experiences with wine is, box wine, dollar store wine. I can't say
that's because we live
anything.
down here. You know what I mean? If we live somewhere up in New York or California or whatever,
you'd be able to get the nice shit.
Yeah, you'd automatically, from all the people being there, would know like a little bit about it and what to buy for your taste.
I used to fry turkeys for this doctor. I used to fry turkeys for this doctor, and every year he would give me a bottle of wine. And I mean, the bottle of wine was, a couple $100 bottle of wine.
Yeah.
And I gave it away
Every time. Because you're like, I don't like wine.
What the fuck it is. I used to have I built my wife a wine rack. It was a 42 bottle wine rack holder. Refrigerator in the bottom of it. Thing was dope as fuck. Threw it away.
What else can you build?
I built that entertainment center. I built that dog kennel. I did this room. I built that shelf. I built this table. What you need?
I don't need anything. I just, when I'm curious,
I enjoy building. I really do.
Really?
Yeah, I really
after I get off work, I'm like, I ain't doing shit else.
Well, I used to.
I'm going to have to buy you a pack.
No, I think I got another one right here. Yeah, no, you're good. You don't know me shit. I've always, I have a thing with man caves.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And every house that I've lived in, I've had something.
Yeah.
And up until this house, I had a workshop. Like when we lived in Blanchard, I had 2 single car garages.
Yeah,
as odd as that is, it was.
They were separate?
Yeah, they were. They were side by side, but they were separated.
Someone didn't want to tear down the one. They built just another one.
Probably what happened. Put a new roof on. But one side was my workshop, and the other side was I painted and chilled in it because it was a clean area, stained, painted, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So because it was dust free. And then when we moved over on Delaware, I had a shop that was like this big, with a like 20 foot wide, 20 foot long, like 10 foot wide room in it. It was fucking awesome. I had a crazy ass workshop there, and that's where I built most of this stuff. But then we moved over here. I tried to have my workshop in here, and there's a little storage room back there. Tried to hang out back there, but it just wasn't
enough.
Yeah, and then when we, started talking about doing podcasting, I started, I wanted to move it in here.
Yeah.
But I love woodworking. I've always built stuff, like my wife came to me one time. One of my proudest moments as a dad is it was the 100th day of school for my son. They dress up like old men,
like 100-year-olds,
And my wife and my son went looking for a cane, and they couldn't find one. And my wife was like, we couldn't find a cane.
Did they go to Goodwill at all?
Well, they could find canes, but they couldn't find one that was
a little
for a kid.
cane.
Yeah, I mean,
a Yoda-sized cane.
Kindergarten.
We needed some shit for polio is what we needed.
Exactly. Exactly.
Vaccines.
So I went out back and made him one.
And
took me about an hour and a half.
Just crushed.
Yeah, made him one, and it was fucking awesome. I don't think I have the picture here easy enough to pull up, but I'll find it and put it when I edit.
You should be making shit. Mm-hmm. I just make shit. Like, I cannot make anything. I made some bomb-ass quesadillas the other night.
I wish I would have tasted those. I don't like cheese.
Check out this.
You don't like cheese?
This motherfucker don't like cheese.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
I'm lactose intolerant, and I still like cheese.
Yeah, I be shitting my pants,
Fuck
but I
yeah.
love it.
I was farting it up this morning, man, because I was eating pizza the other night.
It's just funky, man. It doesn't smell right. It tastes,
all cheese.
It tastes real fine. Yeah, like okay.
So when you bring that wine, I'm gonna bring a block of cheese.
We're gonna have cheese and meat.
We'll
it's gonna go with the wine.
Board.
Yeah,
Fuck
the whole
Make sure I turn that exhaust fan on.
Jesus.
Yeah. So you don't like cheese? It smells weird. It tastes weird.
Yeah, it tastes really funny, man. Something's not right with cheese.
He can stand cheese as long as it's not a strong cheese. Like I made him something one time that me and my wife cooked, and it had Swiss cheese, very mild cheese. And he was like, "Yeah, this ain't bad."
If it's
Ham and Swiss
if
is
it's
fantastic.
disguised, that's fine. But don't put fucking cheese on my burger. I don't want that.
You don't eat pizza?
So pizza's okay.
Because the pepperoni grease kind of
It's-
cancels
yeah,
it out.
yeah,
There's enough
like
other
it's good.
flavors.
So,
like-
but no cheese pizzas, like straight up. You want some toppings on it.
Yeah, no casseroles. I don't fuck with a casserole
I
with cheese.
can dig with that.
But
I don't
here's
like
the
casseroles
thing.
either, just because of the name.
Here's
Fucking breakfast casserole.
What we
Get the fuck
recently
outta here.
found out.
Hey, let me ask you this.
Yeah, we recently found this out.
What makes a casserole a casserole?
My mom told me it was. I have no fucking clue. Maybe it's baked. It's baked in that dish.
That's
That's it.
exactly what it is.
That's why it's a casserole.
Anything in that type of dish is considered a casserole. So lasagna,
Casserole.
All right, then I like
Pizza.
casseroles.
Fucking right, you
Pizza
do.
is a casserole.
Technically,
If
If
you
you
do
do a
deep
deep
dish,
dish pizza, it's a casserole.
that's a casserole.
Okay,
It's all.
blew my mind. Like the day I found out a piano was a fucking percussion instrument.
Yeah, you bang on that bitch.
Yeah, I was like, what?
So I've replaced the cheese with, because like that, y'all are getting that creamy texture, right? That's what the draw is for the cheese, is that you're getting
I don't know. I like
creaminess.
block. I mean, I'll eat cheese.
I'll eat cheese cubes.
Straight
Straight up.
just straight
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Apparently, I was fed cheese as a kid. The American slice singles. My grandmother used
Those
to
are my
just feed
favorite.
those to me, and I think that's what fucked me up.
Put it on
I
bologna.
can understand.
I think she just steadily fed me that
I
shit.
fucking love that government cheese,
I smell
man.
that shit, and I'm like,
I used to like it, but I don't like it anymore. I used to eat it all the time.
When's
Like
the last
by
time you had a
itself.
bologna cheese? Yeah, I eat it all.
Yeah.
I walk by the fridge and I'm like, fuck it.
No, I haven't had a bologna cheese sandwich since I was like 7.
You're fucking up, dog.
so
I'm
like,
not.
we're
I like
so,
ham
so
and
All right,
now
with the wine, I'm bringing bologna
we're bringing
sandwiches.
bologna cheese.
I'll bring the frying pan. We'll
Fucking
change
right.
it up a little bit.
All right.
Ooh, I'll eat some fried
I've
bologna.
replaced cheese with ranch.
And cholesterol.
Ooh.
And
Oh, you don't like
I
ranch?
like ranch. I don't like blue cheese.
So that's interesting too, because
Yeah.
there's people that really just hate ranch, but they love cheese. The people that hate cheese love ranch.
That's so weird.
I think you're the only person that
think,
hates
think
cheese.
about this. It's the creamy factor. That's the way that we're getting our creaminess out of stuff instead of the cheese. We're getting it from the ranch
Fair enough.
because it's like very garlicky. It's like a garlic sauce in a sense. Well, I did that since I was 14. Just ranch on everything. I'm 33. I have cholesterol issues.
Guess who doesn't have cholesterol issues? This big fat
Yeah,
fucker.
I'm fat as shit and I'm not diabetic. Yeah, no, I get it.
I've gone I say vegan. I do as much vegan
Vegan as
as I
possible.
can, and then I'll like filter. Like we went and had a steak the other day, because like steak, okay, whatever.
Fuck yeah.
But the cholesterol numbers have dropped. If anybody does have cholesterol problems that listens to
Fucking
this,
go
and they
vegan.
go, yeah, I've no
If
medication.
either one of you two out there that are listening, if you have
Yes.
cholesterol
Yeah.
problems,
We were talking to
cut
you.
out the ranch and the ramen noodles.
Yep. Don't eat that shit. Go vegan for just a little bit.
Just
Your numbers will drop.
yeah, just a
I used to
tad.
make ranch at Wingstop. I used to work at Wingstop a long time ago.
Ooh.
I used to make big ass fucking
And you
bowls
still
of
fuck
ranch,
with that. I
and
saw you already
fucking
eating it in there.
hated making ranch.
Yeah, that I can imagine a big bucket of it. I mean, this motherfucker will swim in it, but
Dude, I would buy a bottle. All right, the big fucking bottle.
The Hidden Valley?
Yeah.
Are you
Oh,
brand
dude,
specific?
all day. Yeah, you're not gonna craft if you bring fucking craft ranch to me. I'm gonna get the fuck out. You know what I mean?
you're not
Now-
allowed in my home
now-
anymore. my bad.
Now,
my bad.
now Ken,
Well, originally we said anything goes, but now I think we found our limit.
100%.
Okay,
The fucking
gotcha.
bullshit
Note to
ranch.
self.
Yeah, don't bring that fucking craft.
Don't
in
find
here.
no great
got
value.
you.
But
All
but
right.
Ken's Steakhouse Ranch.
Yeah, good shit.
That's
Their
up.
blue cheese is
Okay.
on point.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Blue cheese
Where's
is fucking-
Ken's Steakhouse?
I don't know.
Walmart.
Oh, it's just something.
It's a
you-
Walmart
It's a
okay,
brand.
gotcha,
of,
gotcha,
yeah,
okay.
it's a brand.
I think it's like over in the produce section.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's a good ranch. But Hidden Valley all day long. I haven't been able to taste Hidden Valley in it's been like 8 months. That's my sobriety right now.